The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us for the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We're on location this week from Vision Hyundai in Henrietta, 2525 West Henrietta Road. Reason for the Season toy drive is on at all 11 Vision locations. Each week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County. We begin with our weekly Honor Roll of High School Teams, which is brought to you by Celino & Barnes. The Honor Roll of High School Teams is brought to you by Celino & Barnes.
Been hit head-on, rear-ended, or T-boned? The moments after any car crash are critical. Don't wait. Call 8.
Here's our Honor Roll of High School Teams. At number 3, Pittsford-Mendon, which had a hand in 2 state titles. The boys cross-country team claimed its 3rd straight, and the district girls swim team won a team state title behind individual championships claimed by the great Emma Smith and Lindsay Stone. At number 2, McQuaid boys volleyball. The once beaten Knights claimed their 4th state Division I title in the last 6 years. Eric Johnson is the state tournament MVP. 3 others were named to the all-tournament team. And at number 1, Brighton boys volleyball, which won a Division II state championship. The Barons entered the small group of elite Section 5 teams by grinding out the state title, which came as a bit of a surprise. Stephen Michael was the tournament MVP. More on the 22-4 Barons in just a moment. That brings us to our Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week. The Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Cariglio's Pizza. With 5 convenient locations throughout Rochester, Cariglio's Pizza, a proud supporter of high school athletics. We are revisiting our favorite stories from the fall sports season, so we take another look at that Brighton volleyball team, which got tournament tough with a brutal end-of-the-year schedule, which included a rather remarkable contest at Victor. With an 8-5 record coming in, this isn't what we're used to seeing out of the Victor boys volleyball team. But there are reasons.
Winning back-to-back state titles, definitely like you're going to have a rebuilding year every once in a while. But this year, the kids fight for me every single day, and they really push. And we were starting a lot of underclassmen, to get us prepared. The last time we did this was 3 years ago, and it worked out well for us.
Victor is playing in Class A for the first time this year, a move that affects what used to be a great Class B rivalry with traditionally tough Brighton. But this is still a meaningful match.
A lot of my players play for Victor Club, and I actually coach for Victor Club as well. So there's a lot of family rivalries that are very friendly. I've known Jake, their coach, for many years. So it always holds special meaning to us just because we're pretty close as programs.
This was the beginning of a 6-game week for the Barons, including 4 of its toughest games, and this one didn't start well. In the first game, Cam Clark set Max Meskos, who hit the open shot for a 9-6 Victor lead. The Blue Devils were scoring all the spectacular points, but couldn't quite shake the Barons. Clark had an outstanding first set. He wound up with 59 assists on the night, setting Cal Upham for the kill to tie the game at 22-all. Big finish, Victor scored 4 of the game's last 5 points. That same combination, Clark to Upham for the first set, 25-23. Why were you guys playing so well early?
We were just playing as a team. We passed so well, sat well, hit well. We did everything, played defense. We just played all-around good game.
The second set was as tight as the first. Off the Victor serve, Brighton's Ben De La Cruz set Michael for a nice point. And another, Luke Basler to Michael. Stefan with 21 kills in this game, but this time Brighton couldn't shake Victor. Match point for the Blue Devils. was one of the best of the game. Upham ended it to give the second set to Victor, 25-22, putting the Blue Devils in firm command, 2 games up in the best of 5.
At that point, we were trying to just come in and stay hot, keep the momentum going, stay focused as a team, and just try to get a third W and beat in 3. No one really expected us to come in and win in 3, but we were trying to do it.
But Brighton was 12-2 coming in and didn't figure to be an easy out. The Barons stayed alive by dominating the third set. Tristan Judd to Bassler to Michael gave them an 11-4 lead. Brighton never trailed in the set and picked up some valuable momentum as the match continued with a 25-18 win. You're down to, what was the mindset of the team having to come back?
Give it all you got. I mean, Victor Class A won 2 state championships 2 years ago. Yeah, last 2 years. It's pretty insane. Give it all you got, put your heart into it, and don't look back.
The fourth set was pivotal, and once again, Brighton controlled play. Michael set Dela Cruz to make it 19-17 Barons. Dela Cruz scored 21 kills. Victor stayed close, still attempting to wrap up the match, but Brighton claimed the game off the serve by Graham Trolley. A 25-21 victory sent the match to a deciding 5th set. The Barons had all the momentum.
Just stay calm, nothing, don't change anything, just keep it up, keep the pressure on them, serve a specific player if they're out of it, if they're tired, you can see that from if they're kneeling down. So we kept that same mental mentality of just go after someone or serve a certain spot or block a certain way to really close down the hitter to make them do stuff that we wanted to do and that they didn't want to do.
To the 5th, Brighton opened up a 5-point lead at 11-6. Bassler to Michael to open space. For Victor, Brandon Cox-Bagley fed Simmer Sono, but Evan Silver was there for the block. It was 13-9 Barons. That favor was returned when Victor's Upham got the block. The Devils were within 4 at 21-17. But Bassler served out the last 3 points of the match, and after spotting Victor the first 2 sets, Brighton came back to win 3 straight, 25-17.
It's a nice thing because going in the last 4 years, this is the first time I've beaten Victor as a varsity player. It means something more than just a sectional 6-point win and stuff like that. So it meant a lot to us coming down from 2-0 to come back and win. It was really nice.
Up next, helping to make Rochester a better place, a classic case of team building when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We are on location from Vision Hyundai in Henrietta, 2525 West Henrietta Road. General Manager Joe Foster is our host. Our Honor Roll of High School Athletes is brought to you by the Injury-Free Coalition for Kids. Driving's a lot like the game of baseball. It's the one who gets home safely that counts. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Allstate Foundation and Injury-Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program. Here's our Honor Roll of High School Athletes at number 3. Julia Andriot of Mercy. She's just an 8th grader, but Julia won the Section 5 Girls Tennis Championship and state qualifying tournament. Andriot was seeded 4th at the States and lost in the semifinals to the number 1. She's also a pretty good soccer player. Number 2, Erica Tillotson of Victor, the Girls Section 5 Golf Championship. What's unique about Erica is that she is the only Victor golfer in the section. The Blue Devils don't have a team. She played with the Pittsford girls, which was in pretty good company. And this year, the junior was the best of that bunch. And a number 1, from here on out, any discussions involving the likes of Bill Scharr of Canandaigua, Tom Burgess of Newark, Keith Downing of Fairport, and Ashton Broyle of Rush Henrietta will have to include Jake Zembeck. The Aquinas quarterback led the Irish to 3 Section 5 titles in 4 years and was the highest profile players we've had here in years. Zembeck graduates from Aquinas this month, and then it's on to Penn State. And now the Parisi Speed School presents our Athlete of the Week. Parisi Speed School has open enrollment year-round. Visit ParisiRochester.com or call 585-381-3278 for more details. Parisi Rochester, train to win. We are revisiting some of our favorite stories from the fall sports season. This is about the girls on the Webster swim team, but really, it's about every one of the many kids out there who are donating time and effort to help solve real-life problems. They're making a difference. And this is just the warm-up. Welcome to the 20th annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk at Frontier Field.
And we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, on behalf of the American Cancer Society. Thank you for being here today.
A major fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. It is a team event in every sense.
It's really inspiring. We've been doing this for years, and it's nice to be able to see like all the survivors who have gone through this and like everybody come together at the community of Rochester and to support such a great awareness.
The Webster swim team was out in force for the event, an example of how high school sports teams are encouraged, if not forced, to share an interest in community events.
For teenagers to get up early on a Sunday morning, it's easier than it is getting up for a workout on a weekend. So it's great support, and the kids really have a good time with it too.
Increasingly, these are becoming part of high school athletic teams. Events like this, some of them make it mandatory. What do they do for you?
I think it's, and for us it's not mandatory, but it's something that we make a focus every year to look for a community event or an activity that we can participate in. And the power of having a group of kids together working towards either raising money for an event or supporting an event, it's amazing for them to see that.
Yeah, I think part of being on a team is cooperation, and this kind of encourages cooperation so that we can take that cooperation with us when we compete and then also use it when we're supporting events.
It's a two-way street. The 5-kilometer walk raised an astounding $655,000. There were 10,000 walkers, a continuous procession of supporters that took close to 15 minutes to pass through the starting gate. They came in all sorts and sizes, but a significant percentage represent high school sports teams.
Absolutely. So our sports teams from our local high schools and even some of the private teams are just incredible. They come out and fundraise. They participate in the walk. We had the Hilton girls soccer team here with more than 85 members, raising $5,000 this year, $35,000 over 6 years. So incredible.
The Webster clan contributed $500 in donations for its efforts.
It helps bring us closer, and they're really fun to participate in, and we always love coming here.
Kim Brinson and our Wegmans Making the Grade nominees, then our Dunkin' Donuts traditional salute to the season when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
We'd like to take the time now to thank all of our Making the Grade nominees we met throughout the fall season. Senior Julia Wiest of Hilton helped mentor her young varsity soccer team after battling and coming back from an MCL tear to compete her senior year. We then met three-sport athlete and homecoming queen Mara Zimmerman, who volunteers her free time with the Special Olympics. Shelby Guinness, a junior who plays soccer for Eastridge, captained her team and played 8 different positions, including goalie, throughout this season alone. Sisters Megan and Haley Arguin of Churchville were honored for their accomplishments in cross-country events and both received all-county status. We also learned about the McQuaid Crew team raising over $105,000 for cancer research through their Row for Hope campaign. And then Making the Grade took us to Greece Athena, where Sarah Ciotti is an all-county athlete in multiple sports and contributes to her high school's varsity club. And once again, a big thank you to all of our Making the Grade honorees for a successful fall season.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar.
Our Section 5 calendar is brought to you by Sylvan Learning. delivering results in reading, math, writing, study skills, SAT and ACT prep, and more. 4 area locations. Call 385-9480. Here's what's happening this week on our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar. Girls basketball on Tuesday. The last 2 large school Section 5 champions, both in rebuilding mode, face each other. It's Rush Henrietta at Gates Chili. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Tuesday night hockey, Webster Thomas plays against Victor. 7:30 face-off at Thomas Creek. From a full schedule of boys basketball games on Wednesday, Wilson travels from downtown out to Pittsford Mendon. That's a 7:30 start. And a little indoor track, anyone? SUNY Brockport welcomes in Canandaigua, Fairport, Irondequoit, Victor, and East Rochester. It gets underway at 10. That's our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Video journalist Jeff Barron's traditional Dunkin' Donuts salute to the season. You don't want to miss it. That's next when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. We're on location from Vision Hyundai, 2525 West Henrietta Road. General Manager Joe Foster is our host. Reason for the season, Toy Drive is on through Christmas at all 11 Vision automobile dealers. It is time now for our Dunkin' Donuts salute to the fall sports season. Introducing Dunkin's new sweet black pepper bacon sandwich with double the slices of caramelized crispy pepper bacon. It is the bacon experience you've been waiting for. Bacon up! America runs on Dunkin'. By our count, we have covered stories involving 42 teams representing Section 5 this fall. Here are some of the best in our Dunkin' Donuts Salute to the Season. We'll see you next week for our first program covering the winter sports season next week. Thanks for watching.